Sahanavavatu Sahana Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvi Navadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai Om Shanti 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 Om Asato Ma Sadgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrutyor Ma Mrutangamaya Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Good evening. Majority of you are here to learn spoken English, right? One of our teachers has asked me to give you a piece of advice on his behalf. I told so you can give the advice directly. He was telling me that students won't listen if we tell. If you tell, they will take it seriously. What is that? Tell them to read books. If you had cultivated the habit of book reading from your school days onwards, you would not have been here today in front of me, to learn the language. You would have mastered it by now. But it's never too late. For learning the language, reading in that particular language is a must. Anything, you just read. The first thing that you need to do is you must fall in love with the script. You must fall in love with the script, English script. I see in our visitors room also daily newspaper comes. 2 newspapers, one Telugu and one English. Our brahmacharis also sometimes they come and read. The first choice is they pick up Telugu newspaper. They already know Telugu. Both Telugu and English are there. I tell them actually, anyway, Telugu is your mother tongue, you're quite fluent in it. Why don't you read English newspaper? They don't read it because you need to put little more effort, right? If you don't know the meaning of a particular word, you have to check it in your dictionary. They don't want to take that trouble. Because if Telugu newspaper, you don't have to take any trouble, you will understand it. This is your mother tongue after all. So, you have to take that extra trouble and extra effort you need to make. There is something like technical reading. We read, we understand the content. But only thing is, when we want to express, we find it difficult, either to write or to speak. We all can write, we all speak, but you want to write better and you want to speak fluently, right? You're all here to fine-tune your language skill, I know. If you do the technical reading for 3-4 months, technical reading, I mean, from today onwards, when you read something, exclusively you read something for the sake of language. Because we read for the sake of content. Content we understand, so you are happy with that. But the same thing if you want to reproduce, either orally or in written form, you find it difficult. That's right, right? Already language is there written. But why we find it so difficult to take it in? When you read, you understand. But when you want to speak, it's not coming. When you want to write, you're helpless. But when you read, you understand. Where is the gap? Where is the gap? Language is part of a culture. Okay? Logic you cannot apply. Most of the students who come from rural background, they have this misconception that if I learn grammar well, I will be able to write well and speak well. I want to tell you it is a misconception. Grammar has nothing to do with language. Language first and grammar afterwards it comes. Grammar is only a kind of classification of language. It provides only a structure, a skeleton, but it's not language. You can be fluent in language, you can be a master of language without knowing even one grammar principle. Okay? Don't give too much of importance to grammar. You just pick up the language by reading. After you learn the language, you want to write something, let us say. So there should not be any mistakes if it is put in a print form. And then you need to get exposed to little grammar, just to fine tune or just to perfect your structure of the language. That's all. But language first. It has to be learned from usage. So today onwards, when you read something, okay, observe the way sentences are constructed. Observe the way sentences are constructed. Syntax you observe. And also, if you don't know the meaning of a particular word, don't proceed to the next sentence. Have patience. Language is always a question of patience. Immediately, do I know the exact meaning of this word? No, I don't know. Wait, now you have cell phone in your hand. Just check it, the exact meaning of it. Next time also, when you read, the same word may come. Okay? You will try to recollect the meaning of it. Already I have come across this word. I have seen it some time back, the meaning of it. But it's not imprinted in your memory. You may have to see again, but don't hesitate. No, I have memory problem. I already checked it. I have already seen it, but it's not actually getting stored up in your memory. No, it's not like that. You may have to 3 times, 4 times, sometimes 5 times. You have to see the meaning of the same word, but have patience. And afterward, it gets imprinted in your memory. It doesn't go away thereafter. It takes some time to get rooted in your memory. So have patience. Check it in the dictionary. Not like unlike. Actually, the unlike means before we used to use a big dictionary, right? Hard copy of it. To open it, it takes a lot of time. Cumbersome also. But as a generation, you don't have that disadvantage. In your cell phone itself, just press first 2 letters, 3 letters, the word appears there with meaning and also pronunciation. Icon will be there. How the word need to be pronounced. You just actually press it. How it can be pronounced, it has to be pronounced, it is given there. Okay? You're at an advantage like that. So from today onwards, my advice to you is try to do this technical reading. Technical reading, I mean, you don't read for the sake of content, you read for the sake of language. You observe the language, how the sentences are made. That's all. Observe the language and practice it for 3 months. Okay? There will be significant improvement both in your vocabulary and your sentence construction, sentence formation. What are the sentences they are there, and the same thing actually you have taken as it is, and the same thing will come out. When you read something in written form, there are no mistakes here, right? Because you have picked it up directly from here. So you will never have fear that whether I am speaking correct English or not. But if you learn grammar, and if you compose sentences using grammar, and if you try to speak, you will have the fear all the time, whether I am making correct sentences or not. It's okay? Don't learn grammar and don't make sentences by using this grammar and speak. Okay? Speaking has to happen effortlessly. The language should flow out of you. That will happen when you read and pick up the language from usage. All around there are English books only. Everything is in English only happening. When we read, we understand. Only when you want to write or speak, we have the problem. Where is the gap? Here is the gap. You are not doing the technical reading. You read only for the sake of content and concept. You understand content and concept. You forget the language. So from today onwards, read for the sake of language. 3 months, you do this technical reading. There will be significant improvement in your language skill. We get the point? And also, tomorrow's economy is a knowledge economy. Economy means it is based on knowledge. If you have idea, there are people actually to support you to come forward and sponsor, I mean, the sense that they will give you the capital to start a company also. It's not like that. So if you have an idea, but there's an original idea, there are venture capitalists, they will come forward and support you with capital and you may grow, make it into a big company. So knowledge has value in this age, ideas have value. So when you read, you will gain both language and also knowledge. So my suggestion, my request to you is, please apply yourselves to book reading, take book reading seriously. Thank you. Nice evening.